Hey, welcome back everybody. So as promised, we're camping this weekend. Didn't get it set up yesterday because quite frankly I was tired and exhausted, but we were out doing a walk and a hike today. Showing you a little bit of that, of us walking around the park here. Some nice pond area here, nice lake. They do boating here. People do bike riding here. They have horse riding here. Oh, it's a whole big setup here down in, we're in Perkins Valley area of Montgomery County. In the Green Lane section. This is the Green Lane Park we're at right now. We're walking around the lake here, and then we're camping in Deep Creek Campground. Nice setup. It's all tent camping. No trailers, no campers, nothing. Everybody's in here camping in tents. So it's nice. It's a nice little area. It's well shaded where we're at. You got a campfire ring. You got benches. You got easy access to enclosed restroom area, so it's a nice facility. When we get back to the tent camping area, when we get back to our tent, I'll show you around, show you the tent fully set up this time. We have it all completely staked out 100%. Flaps are up because it's warm out, so we have the flaps up. It does get a little cool overnight, so we drop the flaps at night when we sleep. But we have all our stuff inside of it and like that. So when we get back to the campground there, we'll take you around, we'll show you that, you can see what it looks like. But in the meantime, we're gonna continue our walk here and finish the hike around the lake. We have so far hiked completely around this lake from point A to point B, well, point A to point A basically. We started right over there and then we are continuing here. So we're just going to finish this up and then we'll go back to the campground probably for some lunch and we'll cook up dinner a little bit later. All right, so here we are back at the campsite. So here's the campsite. I'll give you a quick overview from the outside of it. So here's our fire ring right here. We got our fire ring. They give you a grill as well, and we can grill on the fire ring, or you have a grill here if you want to do charcoal grilling in there. And then come over here, and then here's our tent, completely fully staked out 100%. We have all the vents open right now. Like I said, airflow. It is warm out. One thing I didn't see last time we do have a vent on the doors, so we don't have to keep the doors open. We can open up the vents on the doors. So it's a nice setup. Everything's rolled up right now, and but then so you come over here. Bathrooms are pretty much right there behind us. You have plenty of parking area. So if we wanted to set up our canopy, we could definitely set up our canopy. We do have a canopy, something that we bring with us. We have plenty of space for that if we wanted to set it up. I would say this is probably one of the smaller sites. The sites are pretty close together, so if you have a neighbor, they're going to be fairly close to you. So we're in site 9. And site 10 is over there, where somebody has a tent set up. I haven't seen the people over there yet, but they have a tent set up over there. That's site 10, and site 11 is over here, and so on and so on. It kind of goes in order, but. Yeah, so like I said, it's all tent camping. So like right here, if you look behind me, right over here, we have neighbors over here that are tents there, tents down there, down that way. So, it's all tent camping. Everybody's in here has a tent. So that's really nice setup. You don't have to worry about hearing generator noises or anything like that. So it's nice. We had people across the way last night. They were one-nighters. They stayed one night and they left. So. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we got. This is the site, this is the deck, nice facility, nice setup. Pretty happy with it. The only probably bad thing was when trying to drive stakes, we had to switch to the heavy duty stakes because the ground is pretty much very solid gravel ground. So, but now, take you over here, show you the inside of everything set up. So I come in here. So we got our chairs in here in the vestibule area. We got chairs in here for sitting. So if it did rain, we've plenty of cover. And then in here, we have a sleeping area. And there's one cot and our other cot. We got our table with our jackery set up. We have our fan going with our lights. So yeah, again, sleeping area is smaller than what we had before with the Ozark Trail one. However, I will say tent-wise, I like it. It's a little nicer of a setup. And it's going to be very much, it's very comfortable. I mean, it's comfortable to sit in. It's comfortable to, I slept very well last night, actually. Plenty of airflow. That's the biggest thing. The Ozark Trail did not have as much airflow as this one does. It had the meshing, but when you put the fly over top, it blocks the mesh. With most tents, the mesh gets blocked when you put the fly over top. So when you put the fly over top of the Ozark Trail, it blocked the mesh. With this tent here, yes, downfall, the roll flaps are on the outside of the tent. So if it starts raining, you gotta go outside real quick in the rain and put them down. Or like in the middle of the night, if it gets chilly, like last night we got chilly, went out, dropped them down. So except for in the vestibule area, those we can do from inside. But the ones on the main tent itself, you have to go outside and and drop them. But it takes 2 seconds. It doesn't take long at all, so it's not that big of a deal. So like space-wise, for me and my son, there's plenty of space in here. We don't need a the 12-person 3-room tent. This is nice setup. We like the vestibule area. I think having this area is nicer than the definitely a bigger area than we had the old tent's vestibule area. That was big enough that we could put some stuff in there. We can put our stuff in here. We can put our cooler in here. We can put our camping box in here and everything like that. We kept it in the car. I mean, again, we're right here. We're tent camping, car camping, whatever you want to call it. At a campsite. So in a little while, we're gonna get a fire started. We'll bring it back when we do that, and then we'll. Tonight we're having burgers on the grill over the fire tonight with some burgers, and then I'll go from there. If we have some MREs for lunch, not sure if we're having them yet or not. Depends on how hungry we get. We had a little bit of a late breakfast, but that's where we fall. But yes, that's where we are right now. It's at Deep Creek Campground in Montgomery County. Right now, so far, give it a thumbs up. Just a fire starter. What we'll do is move in the wood top pieces, pinch it off, catch the tops, catch the sides, catch the bottom, and then we'll let it go. Starts out a little bit of black smoke just because of the fire starter plastic, but they're safe starters to use.
I think you should stick them in the pot or you're going to burn them.
Well, folks, I was planning on showing you guys us making dinner tonight, but we had a bunch of bees decided they wanted to join us. So since we were fighting them off the whole time, I wasn't recording while I was trying to cook. But yeah, so we had our dinner and had some burgers, some macaroni salad, chips, whatever, some camp food. And now I'm working on getting the fire going again. Plan on making some s'mores tonight, so that's the goal. Now I'm trying to do is get this fire going without any fire starters because we already had it going once. So trying to do it again. So you put some 3 small pieces in there, thinner pieces. Hopefully they get nice and hot. And it's been going for a little bit, smoking. We're using the hot coals down there to light these off, and we should get a fire going pretty soon. And then once we get that fire going, we'll be making some s'mores tonight, or marshmallows. My son's gonna make more s'mores. I'm gonna have marshmallows. But yeah, yeah. But with the bees flying around there, we're trying to cook dinner. I wasn't gonna try to film and cook at the same time because I am allergic to them. So I was not taking any chances. So we just kind of cooked dinner, and actually ate inside the tent, which was a nice thing with this tent. Showed you before. Got that vestibule area. Here, we'll close that up. Screens let air flow through, and we're able to eat. No issues. You know, so the bees left us alone while we eat. So that's that. Get this fire going here, and then once we get it going, we'll bring it back. Just show everybody real quick. One thing, being an ex-firefighter, I have fire gloves. These things are great when you're dealing with campfires. Helps you move around the wood, the metal grates and everything like that, which gets very hot, and without burning your hands. So that's nice to have. But yeah, so anyway, work on this fire, and it's been a relaxing day. We did our hike, and we're just relaxing, chilling, camping. Just get out here, relax, and not have to worry about much of anything. So, all right, so I'll bring it back in a little bit once we have the fire going and it gets a little dark out. So also, I'm gonna try to put the drone up at some point and get some overhead shots and look around over the site before it gets too, before the sun goes away too much. The sun's starting to set here, so I'll probably do that soon. But we'll show you what those shots were once we bring it back. All right, see you in a bit. All right, folks, so this is what our campsite at night here. We got our fire going. We got our tent with the jackery. We have our lights plugged into the jackery, so you can see the lights on in the tent. And that's just one strip light. That's all it is. One like a string of lights. It lights up everything inside nicely for us. But as you can see, we're winding down our campfire here. We got just a few logs left. Everything else is burned. So it was good to bring you back in the daylight while it was going, but we ended up going to a house fire in Percy, which was about 20-25 minutes from the campsite. So we went over there, we got some shots. That video has been posted already, so you probably see it on our YouTube page. Pictures were up on our Facebook page the night of it. But in case you did miss it, here's a couple clips real quick. You can see from the drone we got the house was, unfortunately, well involved. Some flames through the roof, guys working. So, but yeah, this is our nighttime setup though. This is nightlife here at the campsite. So we're gonna go to bed soon here. Tomorrow morning we'll get up. We'll break down camp and then head home. We'll be done for the weekend. So a little bit of short version. I know we didn't record yesterday because I was tired. I worked 12 hours the night before and only got a couple hours sleep before we headed out for camp in the morning or the afternoon. And then we'll have a little bit of breakdown stuff tomorrow and be on our way. But as far as the new tent goes, the Naturehike Kota 6, I will say I am very, very pleased with it. More than enough room for me and my son. The vestibule space was amazing. Having that space, being able to sit in there. We didn't weather test it because we got no weather. We had a beautiful weekend for camping. So it was like, we didn't have to worry about the weather at all. So we didn't really weather test it, but it definitely is a nice tent. And can't wait to use it some more. May even do some winter camp, some cold weather camping with it once we get a hot stove for it. So, well, good night for now. See you in the morning. Well, good morning, everyone. New day. Starting to break down camp. You see, we're loading up, getting everything ready to go, and we're gonna be out of here. Had a nice weekend. Again, Kota tent, wonderful tent. I love it. Can't wait to use it in some cold weather. Get out there in some nasty weather, even, so we can test it out and see how it works. But for what we had for this weekend, great tent. Loved it. Love the capabilities on it. Can't wait to use it some more. As far as the campground goes, as we get out there, we'll review some campgrounds too as we're going out camping more. Deep Creek Campground in Green Lane, Montgomery County. Beautiful place. Wonderful. Nice. It was quiet. It was peaceful. Everybody, like I said, again, everybody's in tents. No generators, no nothing like that from engine noises from campers, anything like that. Not that I mind any of that stuff. I really don't. But
this was a nice campground to be out at. Nice covering. It was just a really good weekend. So I'll come back here again, definitely for sure. But for now, until next time, catch you later. Don't forget, subscribe to our page, check us out, and we will see you later, you know, from behind the scenes. See you.